Love in Deepspace. Chapter 3, Talented Hunter. Part 1, Order number 85. A sudden fluctuation occurred in some districts of Lincoln City. Please proceed to investigate and resolve the crisis. Access granted. According to the...
The situation's
Okay.
not looking good in No Hunt
I
Zone number
guess.
7. The Alpha team needs to work in pairs. Our objective is to investigate and send back information. Prioritize your safety and don't get into unnecessary fights.
The Wanderers appearing outside the train isn't a random occurrence. Even if I defeated them, several other locations in Lincoln City will experience high-level fluctuation. While the mission is simple, the fact it's in No Hunt Zone number 7 makes it unique.
Partner rendezvous complete. We're entering Zone 1.
Enter Zone 3. We'll report back when needed.
How's Zone 4?
I've reached the entrance of Zone 4. I look around and only hear the sound of rustling trees swaying in the night breeze. My partner isn't here yet. Part 2. No Hunt Zone number 7.
It's been a couple of hours, and there are still no signs of them. The signal is getting worse, too. I can't keep waiting. I'll just head in first. Wasn't I here before? Ugh. No matter where I go, my surroundings look exactly the same. Wanderers? If I fight it head on, I'll die. That's for sure.
What the hell?
Someone. Is he comforting the Wanderer? It's that guy from the other day. It's me! We've met before, I swear! Back at the research base. After we escaped, you asked me to... Ah! You asked me to keep our meeting a secret.
Part 3, Reunion Under the Moon.
It's only a sprained ankle. Thank you for your help. I didn't expect us to meet again so soon.
And I didn't expect you to be brave enough to come here alone.
I didn't have a choice. My partner went missing.
The energy fluctuations make it easy to get lost. You should leave now that you hurt your ankle.
What about you? Aren't you worried about getting lost? Oh, wait. That's right. You can just poof whenever you want.
This forest isn't scary because of the unpredictable metaflux surges. Many tenebrae came here seeking the high-grade protocores to sell on the market. But after obtaining them, the hunters were never seen again.
Why?
This forest is alive. It consumed them.
Scaring me won't work.
You have guts. I wish you the best of luck. All right, right. We're not far from the edge of the forest. You'll be able to get to safety from here.
Wait, what about you? Why are you here?
Take care of yourself.
Part 4, Maze. A creeping fog enshrouds moonlight. The forest is even darker, and the evening wind resembles a sob. I carefully move my ankle and lift my watch to find there is no signal. I look at the spot where Xavier had vanished. He's a mysterious person. Could he be my mission partner? I was told I would be working with the best hunter, but if it's really Xavier, did the system make a mistake? A wanderer's roar cuts through the air. I tightly hold my gun. Did he run into trouble? No, that's impossible. If anything, the wanderer should be the one who's worried. The leaves rustle. It's not wind. I glance behind me, a familiar figure emerging from the cover of night.
You're...
Why did you come back? Xavier's brows furrow as he scans his surroundings. He looks at the tree stump I'm sitting on. He realizes I haven't moved. He turns around, clearing his throat.
There are many wanderers here. I've already taken care of some of them. It should be safe for you to leave.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
He rushes off in another direction, vanishing into the forest. Before long, another wail from the wanderer. Within 10 minutes, a beam of light cleaves through the shrubs. Amidst the flurry of leaves and branches, Xavier and I lock eyes. Let me guess. You cleared out the wanderers on the other side.
Yes.
Another 10 minutes pass. I'm speechless as Xavier appears before me for a third time. His expression, initially wary and awkward, has relaxed.
I've been thinking. Leaving an injured teammate behind isn't a good idea.
So you finally see me as your partner, huh? You don't look guilty. Xavier rubs his face, his gaze shifting to the perilous forest.
It's too dark for you to see.
Signal interference detected. Unable to retrieve information. Identity verification failed.
The hunter's watch glitches for the 5th time. The electronic light illuminating Xavier's expressionless face fades as I lower my arm.
Is my uniform not enough?
Anyone can wear a uniform. Given your suspicious behavior, I see no reason not to confirm. Tell me something only Unicorn Hunter would know.
During the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the first wanderer to be killed was Tezcatlipoca. It happened.
Anyone can look that up on the internet. Try again. He lets out a soft sigh. Raising his hand, specks of starlight gradually gather around us. The light moves along his fingers, transforming into golden threads in the dark. A pattern composed of several diamonds appears. Surrounded by radiant light, Xavier quietly stares at me, waiting for me to speak. It looks pretty? He closes his eyes.
I'm asking if it looks familiar to you at all.
I stare at the complicated pattern again. No? Should it be? The light flickers. Maybe Xavier was hoping to hear something else.
You'll see it soon. Keep an eye out for any ruins. This pattern can appear on the Flux Nexus. It's a device that captures metaflux. It's also the source of the fluctuations here. Our mission will be complete once we find it.
He sounds confident, but something is still off.
Has my identity been confirmed?
No. Realizing the problem at hand, I take a step back. The objective said nothing about a pattern or a flux nexus. You could have just made that up. And if this is some top secret info, how did you get it? You're getting even more suspicious by the second. Xavier seems stumped by all these questions. He waves his hand, golden light dissipating into particles.
Forget it. Think of me as a normal hunter who happened to be passing by.
The pattern still lingers in my head. I remember what Tara was telling me earlier. The stone stelae with peculiar symbols. Wait, can you describe what the Flux Nexus looks like? Like its size or the material it's made from?
Will you believe me, though? You wouldn't be able to confirm if it's all made up. And I'll be even more suspicious.
He's using my own words against me. You've already said a lot. It wouldn't hurt to say a few more things.
It doesn't have a set size. It could be mistaken for a stone sculpture.
His description matches up. The one at the abandoned research base should be the same thing. If the Flux Nexus really is the source of fluctuations, then it could have caused an explosion. With looming trees blocking the moonlight, monsters roam the forest and howl. Their roars are accompanied by a distant thunder. Xavier doesn't seem to have noticed me being momentarily distracted. He slightly turns in the direction of the sound.
It doesn't matter. Let's get out of here first. How's your ankle?
Part 5. Exit. The energy fluctuations aren't intense, but they're unpredictable. No wonder we keep getting lost. I use my evil to scan my surroundings while also looking for a way out. Xavier, why are we always trapped together whenever we meet?
Curious, is it not? Why do you always happen to be around when I'm in trouble?
Answering my question with another, that's not very nice. I sneak a glance at him just as he turns his head toward me. I act nonchalant and look away.
Shh.
Sensing something's off, his expression turns serious and I become quiet. In the dim light, a few steps away from the slope, are several wanderers on the move. Their bodies shimmer with an eerie electrical glow. They're around B rank and won't be that strong. They work in groups, manipulating the space around them to trap their prey. They're like spiders, waiting until their victims tire themselves out. Then they feast.
Correct.
Xavier takes a couple steps, positioning himself in front of me. They're causing the spatial distortions, explains why we've been walking in circles. Xavier, we should split up. I'll go.
We've been spotted.
In a blink of an eye, he vanishes. A few streaks of light slice through the murky night. Before I know it, all that remains at the bottom of the slope is Xavier's shadow holding his sword. The wanderers dissipate into dust, scattering into the wind. He sheaths his sword, turns around, and raises his head.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just talking to myself. Once I catch up to him, I check the area around us. The fluctuations have stopped.
This way.
Xavier walks ahead silently. Puzzled, I follow after him until we stand in front of a boulder. Suddenly, a new path emerges behind it. Part 6. Awakened Forest.
It seems harmless, but it's scary during combat.
Scary?
It's a compliment. Xavier, you told me to keep your presence there a secret. You also said you'd explain everything the next time we meet. Shouldn't you be saying something right now?
It's a long story.
Liar. Well, since we're on the same team, we have time to figure it out in the future. Oh, wait. You're a normal hunter who just happened to be passing by.
Do you need to keep your guard up?
You haven't exactly been honest. But now that I think about it, we've faced a few challenges together. Regardless of the secrets you're hiding, we can work together, for now.
Something's wrong with the fluctuation ahead. Get ready.
Okay. This place used to be a signal station. Wanderer.
It hasn't finished.
The metaflux is converging on the Wanderer. It's absorbing it.
It's an Aeon worm. It's the most dangerous species of Wanderer. The absorbed metaflux particles are being used to reconstruct it.
Is this the flux nexus you mentioned before? A stone sculpture.
Only a specific evol will be able to undo the lock on it. Try it.
Can this even be opened with my evol?
Sense its energy and use your evol to create the same fluctuations.
Something's inside. It's different than other protocors.
They're gone. We were just in time. However, the energy fluctuations prove that someone wants to resurrect the Aeon Worm. If a wanderer like that entered Blinkon, the consequences would be unimaginable.
Then there may be more than one flux nexus in this forest.
Shh. I heard something. The protofield has changed. The forest is waking up. Now.
Oh. Oh. Part 7, Battle.
I'm sleepy. Let's get this over with.
You're always sleepy. Part 8, Where the Light Vanishes.
It can't go on like this. The word just keeps showing up.
Hold on.
Fly.
We're safe now.
Thank you. The Wanderers were headed straight for us. It must be because of this protocore.
Let me check it.
Why is it...
It's been modified. Clearly the work of Anakinus.
Anakinus?
An organization stationed in the N-109 zone. Modifying protocores is their most infamous achievement. Let the Hunters Association handle it. They know what to do.
Aren't you coming back with me?
The moon is out now. It's much brighter than before. So this time, you won't get lost.
Part 9, Another Predicament. Rusty rain falls from the sky and seeps into every nook and cranny of the city. I step over the puddles, running away. I sense a powerful force. It's about to burst from my heart. Then the moon appears. Magnificent, it descends before me. It flickers. It seems to be blinking at me. The green light flickers like a blinking eye. Immediately, people cross the street, filling it like a flowing river. The same nightmare. I snap out of it and quickly fall in line with the rest of the crowd. Speaking of which, I wonder if there are any updates about the eye I saw outside the window. I need to ask Nero next time I see him. After leaving the no-hunt zone number 7 last night, I sent the protocore to data analysis. I only got a few hours of sleep at home before being woken up by an early morning call from the squad. The Flux Nexus modified protocores and Anakinus. Xavier clearly knows a lot more than he's letting on. I shouldn't have let him slip away last night. Arriving at the lobby of the Unicorns building, I see a few hunters have been dispatched on some urgent mission. On their motorcycles, they zoom by on the Mower Bridge overhead and vanish. I just saw the 310 HM. It's so fast. When will I get to ride one?
Excuse me, sir. Can we have a short interview with you?
Did I just get called a sir?
Sorry, I'm not interested.
Oh. I hear a familiar voice nearby. I look in the direction of where it came from. It's Xavier? He's wearing his hunter uniform. A journalist, microphone in hand, had stopped him by the road.
Why did you become a hunter? Is it a dream of yours?
No, I don't really have dreams.
Are you doing it for your family? It must be tough at your age.
No. Also, I'm the only person in my family.
That's rough. Cut this out. Let's do another take. Recently, there have been complaints of hunters destroying public facilities under the pretense of eliminating wanderers.
I'm sorry, my mission partner is waiting for me. I need to get to work.
Even with people around us, Xavier's gaze still finds its way to me. Before I could react, he already is walking toward me. He leans down, his face very close to mine. Okay, pause. Excuse me? He leans down? His hands are on his freaking knees. He is crouched, leaning down. Is my character that? Who talks to someone like that? You know what? If a person ever crouched to talk to me, I'd grab their nose hairs. I can't believe he's crouching. Oh my god.
Help me.
No. Just walk away. For the crouching, walk away. Coming to my senses, I glance at him, then at the relentless journalists and photographers, hot on his heels. Beg me. Girl.
Please.
It's sunny, the wind's nice, the streets are busy, wanderers aren't lurking around the corner. Honestly, it's weird seeing you like this. I almost can't believe it. What's next? A terrorist attack? Is this building gonna blow up, or is there a new wanderer getting ready to attack?
You have already formed quite the impression of me.
If you join the briefing, I might change my preconceived notions about you.
Looks like everyone's here. Come on over.
Captain Jenna's voice resounds from the command center. I look around. 1, 2, 3. Is it really just us for the post-mission briefing? Part 10. Invitation. Xavier and I walk over to Jenna, who's leaning on the desk. Aside from the faint shadow under her eyes, there's hardly any sign of fatigue for her, who just pulled an all-nighter.
We've been observing the fluctuations from last night. We also have the results from the protocore data you sent back.
The light dims and the command center projects a hologram of protocores. Like a planet, the protocore rotates slowly, enveloped by blue and red protocurves.
This is the protocore you sent this morning. I'm sure you've noticed it's been modified.
Is it the work of Anakinus? Jenna glances at Xavier, then back at me.
Getting along, I see. The blue line is the protocore's original protocurve. The red one shows it's been modified. We initially wanted to analyze the protocurve to determine the protocore's origin, but after searching the system database 3 times, none of the data matched up.
How? Even if we can't find a perfect fit, we should at least determine its type, right? It's apparent Jenna thought of this before. She shakes her head.
Believe it or not, we've never seen anything like it.
The protocurve keeps changing. The red line is constantly flickering. It's a little unsettling.
It's possible there's a protocore even the Association isn't aware of. It also might serve another purpose.
A protocore with a different purpose? I glance at Xavier. He's sitting in a swivel chair, hugging an auto pillow and spacing out. He's not joining our conversation anytime soon.
It's a gift from Anakinus. Obviously, they know more about this protocore than we do.
The hologram on the command center fades, and the light returns to normal.
We need to obtain more samples to get more information about this unknown protocore.
In order to do that, we'll have to use her evil?
The silent Xavier finally speaks. His face is expressionless as he rests his chin on the auto pillow. Jenna isn't surprised. She just nods.
You know what her evol can do. It'd be good if she's willing to help us.
Once again, Jenna turns towards me.
Since Anakinus is involved, it'll be dangerous. Risks are par for the course. If you help, we'll provide you full support and protection. You'll have a partner to assist you as well.
As I tried to digest all the information, I realized something. Can I ask a few questions, Captain?
Speak.
Why does Anakinus modify Protocore?
The benefits a protocore provides are certainly tempting for groups like Anakinus. But the exact goal Anakinus wants to achieve by modifying protocores is still unknown. We speculate it's not about money, given Silas's track record.
Silas?
He's the leader of Anakinus.
Has the Hunters Association discovered modified protocores before?
Yes, but the methods used to modify them were crude. The potential damage they could have caused was minor at best. This time it's different. The energy shown in that abnormal protocurve is beyond our current understanding of protocores. Finding unknown protocores isn't something that can be done overnight. Today was just a small glimpse of what the overall mission would look like. Think about it. You worked hard last night. Take the next 2 days off.
Huh. Thank you. Part 11, Selection. The empty desk next to mine is yours. I thought it didn't belong to anyone. After Jenna leaves, it's just me and Xavier in the room. He's sitting in his chair, tears some packaging, and hands me half a loaf of bread as I lean on the table. The senior employees say the best scouts don't stay in the office. Why are you still here?
You need to decide
Me?
whether or not you'll help the Hunters Association find those protocores.
I nibble the bread. It's dry and bland. I don't understand how he's able to eat it. Before that, I want to ask about the thing you called Flux Nexus. You and the captain, Jenna, didn't say anything about it. The association isn't even sure it exists. How do you know about it?
I don't know a lot about it. I just know its name. If you want, you can call it a Protocore Nexus, Fluxstone, or Terra Stellae if you like.
You're really good at dancing around the problem. Despite my burning curiosity, I've already been hit with tons of new information. I really need some time to digest it. Alright, if I do help out, I want to ask about my partner. You've been in the unicorns longer than me. You probably know more people. Any recommendations? Xavier pauses as he's taking another bite, seemingly surprised I'm interested in his opinion.
My advice is that you don't join at all.
Huh? I expected as much. Actually, I do have something in my mind. I choose you, definitely not you. We're already teamed up before, why don't we make it official?
Really?
You don't have to do anything. I just think your teleportability is pretty nice. If I run into some trouble and can't deal with it, I'll have you whisk me away.
So I'm just a tool.
The most useful one around.
Regardless of what you think, Unicorns has a lot of ways to get things done.
Xavier shoves the last piece of bread into his mouth and stands up.
Your evil might not be their only option. Don't stress about it.
I'm not feeling stressed. I also don't get why you're telling me to refuse. I have my own reasons if I do help out.
You might enter a world that's beyond your wildest imagination.
Has anyone said you suck at persuasion? Funnily enough, you just got me more interested. Moments later, Xavier sighs as if he made a compromise.
I should have known I couldn't scare you away.
Are you actually trying to make me back out, Xavier? Is that why you're actually here? He avoids my gaze.
Maybe I'm here to convince you to live with no regrets. Anything involving Anakainis is complicated. Who knows if the Hunters Association will refuse to tell you about the dangers that lie ahead. I was worried you wouldn't give it much thought and agree right away, and choose someone else to be your partner.
You think you know me. You're the one who doesn't think things through.
I see.
Oddly enough, Xavier doesn't argue. Instead, he gives me a surprisingly gentle smile and nods.
If you do get involved in the end, then could you choose me as your partner?
Didn't I? I already did.